allow me to paint you a picture real quick. The year is 2013. You come home from school and turn on your computer. Your AIM message goes off and you get a link to a weird website. You open it and see the unthinkable. On the right of the screen, your standard anime trap character. But on the left, Ronald fucking McDonald. The match begins, and what ensues is one of the most memorable beatdowns in fighting game history. But how did we get here? Today on Last Round Gaming, I'm going to do my best to break down and understand what exactly SaltyBet is and how it became the fighting game community's best kept, almost secret. Before we dive into SaltyBet though, we first have to try to figure out Mugen. Mugen is an emulator created by the independent software developers Electbyte sometime in the year 1999. Strangely enough, not much is known about the company since they tend to disappear as mysteriously as they make themselves known. All that is known are the aliases of 4 of their supposed members: David, or DFW, K-Style, KFM, and a member simply known as R. But even this is disputable since the mysterious company has no public information about them. And the last time they were actually knowingly active seems to be around 2016, after taking multiple extended breaks from the public scene to promote an Indiegogo campaign for a game known as Rotten Core, which unfortunately never met its campaign goal. During the month of July, 4 years after Mugen's creation, an individual only known as Salty had an idea. A dream, if you will. A virtual casino where members can gamble away fake money to bet on who would win in Mugen fights. To this day, not much is known about Salty. I've dug deep into the internet, tried to trace timelines, and scrub through Salty's only known Twitter page. Upon searching, something weird kept happening. As I reached closer to the first few followers of their page, hoping to find someone that maybe knew them or could be them, all of a sudden their following list became unavailable. It was as if the heavens themselves were trying to prevent this information from being known to me. I tried this about 3 or 4 times, 3 at work, once at home, and every time it was the same result. But based on what I found, I can only guess that Salty is obviously a fighting game enthusiast and is probably between the ages of 29 and 36. Salty did do a rare interview with the website Shoryuken.com, but as of this recording, it's since been unavailable for viewing. Salty eventually created the Dream Casino, or SaltyBet.com, to seemingly instant success, seeing thousands of viewers, salt miners, and fighting game enthusiasts alike. Even I found myself betting 40,000 Salty bucks on a match, only to lose everything in a massive upset. What is it about SaltyBet that still retains some relevance in a community as large as a fighting game one? Even now, with just a few hundred viewers a day, it still seems like such a widely popular platform for those in the know. Even with competition like Sprite Club doing the exact same thing, but with an apparent improvement in terms of site maintenance. Before I get to that though, I do think it's fair to bring something up. SaltyBet may be a great platform to watch your favorite characters go at it, but it's not without controversy. According to a 2020 Reddit post, random fan favorite characters were being deleted en masse by Salty and his team of moderators. Screenshots provided by Redditor Neko Schrodinger showed clear evidence that anyone who simply asked why their favorite characters were removed were swiftly met with a permaban by Salty himself on the SaltyBet's, at the time, Discord page. A Discord that people stated they had to pay for to get in. As of writing this, I couldn't really find any proof of any payments or rules requiring payment, since the Discord page is seemingly dead now, having no real substantial audience for close to 6 years from what I can find. There's also the issue of SaltyBet's paid service on their site, where from anywhere from $5 to $60, you can gain premium access to things like betting history, VODs of previous tournaments, character stats, access to their compendium, a bailout on increase on matches, and access to Waifu Wars and Waifu Wars Bullet Hell and their bounties. An already free-to-play game with admittedly terribly bland visuals that, on first glance, doesn't look very good. All this to say that even though SaltyBet may be a great site and fun to experience, Salty himself definitely seems like a less than reputable creator that thinks little of his supporters or their wallets. So be smart if you ever decide to get into the SaltyBet scene. By the end of 2021, SaltyBet still brings in a respectable amount of viewers. And the fights, while not all exciting, still capture the same nostalgic flair from days of old. As for Salty, I'm honestly not sure what he's doing with his life, or if he even still moderates the site or Twitch channel. But he still remains a mystery, which is strange to me. To create a monster of a platform and for no one to know who you are, while there has to be a sense of peacefulness, I'm sure there's a part of him that has to want some form of notoriety from this, even with the controversy. But time will honestly tell what happens with Salty. So to finish this quick little video, what makes SaltyBet so unique? Like I said earlier, Sprite Club does the exact same thing with better moderation. And with SaltyBet, there's been a lot of deep controversy with the platform. So what gives? While I don't think SaltyBet's winning formula is an accident, I don't think it's quite a clear-cut thing either, even to Salty. I think what makes it so unique is the exact thing that Salty seems to try to take advantage of, and that's the audience. Yeah, it has a great cast of characters and even greater music, most of which I've played throughout the video. But the audience is what solidifies this as not only the first successful platform of its kind, but the most successful, even with copycats. The fighting game community is a very close-knit community, and it's very easy to bond over similar things, like why Street Fighter Third Strike is the greatest fighting game of all time. At the same time, we also have a competitive nature over things and like to fight about things people disagree on, like Street Fighter Third Strike being the greatest fighting game of all time. SaltyBet as a whole found a way to take an already mysterious game like Mugen, place it in the middle of a spectrum of the community's love for fighting, bonding, arguing, and thrill, and ended up with what seems like a cult following in the process. And while it may never have the numbers of an esports tournament, SaltyBet serves as our little hole-in-the-wall place where we can all get together, listen to some chill-ass music, bet some fake money, and watch a killer whale beat the ever-loving shit out of Michael Jackson. Fun for the whole family. Thank you guys for watching and listening to this. This is the first time I've ever really done something like this, and you know, if there's any other things you like or want me to talk about, I'm more than willing to talk about it. You know, if there's any, we also play games, and if there's any games you want us to play, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and follow us on Twitch. You know, thanks for giving this video the time of day, and catch you next time.